Shalom, shalom, Kal Halalim, La Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Recha Kodash, Thwada Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, Faha, Recha Kodash. Double honor to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders of the great millstone who continue to rule and teach Yasha Allah well through the Spirit, leading the flock by example, and salutations to the elect. Adawan Ratazah, that is to say, Lord willing. So, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. So this is a recent article from the peoplesvoice.tv, and inspiration for this lesson, of course, is drawn from the news article you see on your screen. Okay, and this was dated recently, 17th of September 2025, and I'll put the link to this article in the description area underneath. All right, and look at the heading, man. Look at the headline. Vietnam erases 86 million bank accounts of non-compliant citizens who refuse digital ID. Okay. So the Great Reset is in motion, right? And ultimately, E, the self-proclaimed so-called white man, he controls this whole beast system, and America is that whore that rides upon the beast. So ultimately, they want to make everything digital. Okay. All right. So yeah. Vietnam has just erased 86 million unverified bank accounts as the nation surrenders to the globalist, open quote, Great Reset, end quote. Okay. Just imagine you've got funds in your bank account one day, then you go to sleep, wake up the next day, and there's no money in your account. Either your bank account is frozen or it's deleted. You're going to wonder what the hell's going on. Okay. Imagine many people reacting that way. Okay. And this is coming to Babylon, America, man. The whole digital ID system, they're setting up, they want to monitor, track, and trace you. Yeah. Okay. Via your biological data. Okay. Which is what will lead to, the digital all being embedded inside the masses, inside, people's bodies. All right. The State Bank of Vietnam, SBV, has closed or frozen around 86 million bank accounts. That's a lot, man, because the accounts lack the required biometric. All right, biometric means body measurement, all right, authentication, which was made mandatory through a government initiative. By forcing every account into biometric rails and erasing inactive or unverified balances, the state is doing two things. It is tightening its digital grip and closing off unofficial channels that could otherwise move money around or out. They are telling the public that this is about fighting scams, but actually the hidden function is to keep all financial flows within view and under control at a time when dollar scarcity risk is rising. Okay. All right. So that's what they're doing, man. Okay. An unverified bank account will be included too. All right, in all that. Okay. So I thought I'd ask ChatGPT on another device what is an unverified bank account. Okay. Just bear with me as I get it up. Right, so an unverified bank account, according to ChatGPT, alright, typically refers to a bank account that has not completed all required identity verification or documentation checks by the financial institution. Okay, this can apply in both traditional banks and online financial services like PayPal, Cash App, Wise, etc. So key characteristics of an unverified bank account: the account exists and may be partially usable, alright, but then the account has not completed KYC, know your customer checks required by law. So functionality may be limited, such as lower withdrawal or transfer limits, inability to send or receive large amounts of money, limited access to features, e.g., for example, no debit card, limited transfers, risk of account freezing or closure until verification is completed. Like most likely, like fingerprint scanning or facial recognition. Okay. To say why verification is needed, banks and financial institutions are required by law under anti-money laundering, AML, and KYC regulations to verify the identity of their customers. And they're saying this helps prevents fraud, identity theft, money laundering, T error ist financing. Okay. So yeah. So that's 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 what that's their reason. Okay. Yeah. A similar move has already taken place in Thailand. Be warned, this is heading to the west. Hey, I'm telling you, just like we're saying. Anyone wishing to function in society, hey, that's a code phrase. Wishing to function. All right, that's why the Bible says, he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. Okay? The digital ID is not the MOTB, but rather a precursor to it. Okay? So anyone wishing to function in society must surrender their biometric data to maintain a bank account. The State Bank of Vietnam, SBV, claims that the measure was a system cleanup aimed at preventing fraud. In actuality, the measure is one step closer toward a national ID system that enables the government to control its citizens' every move. Okay. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon a tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Okay, that's why it's important to have the correct message, man. Okay? And we are telling you what the MOTB is, when most of these, other Israelite camps are not, sounding, blowing the trumpet the right way. Okay. Okay, they're, singing singing the song, but it's out of tune. All right. Okay. And we'll tell you whether you hear or forbear. All right. And the Bible says, diminish not a word, man. Okay, so the warnings have gone out. The MOTB is the RFID micro chip, not Christianity, not an embargo, not sleeping with women. All right. Verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. You see that? So the vision is speaking very, very clear. Civil unrest is about to break out, man, even in America. The least of the flock, them JJs, is drawing them out over there in the so-called Middle East, which is actually Western Asia. Okay? So imagine people are going to be livid, man. Imagine how the Babylonians are going to act. You Americans, when this happens to you, because you're in that comfortable spirit, man, like nothing's going to touch you Americans. Vietnam recently implemented a nationwide digital ID, EID system called VNEID that requires both citizens and foreign residents to surrender to the matrix and permit the government to store their personal information in a centralized database. Fingerprints, facial biometric data, photographs, passports, nationality, criminal records, and even medical records will be stored in the government database. Participation is not optional. Hear that again. Participation is not optional. You see? Hey, so this is mandatory. Okay? No man might buy or sell, save you that had the mark. Alright? If you want to participate in society, you have to take that CHIP to buy and sell and travel and eat, etc. Okay. So yeah. So people are going to be forced to accept this new system. No access to their bank accounts. Alright? Oh, I need money to function. I need money to eat, to survive. Yeah? Hey, this happened suddenly. And that reminds me of that precept, man. Okay? In Thessalonians. First Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 3 says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. See? Everything's going fine and dandy. You're saving up your money, savings account, everything. All of a sudden froze or deleted. You can't withdraw, you can't access your bank account. Okay? And millions are going to experience that. Alright? And don't be surprised if the reason behind the erasure of those bank accounts is to prevent fraud, because they'll push the MOTB system as if it's something that's going to be top-notch security, help be more secure for you. All roads lead to the MOTB. Eventually, the digital all will be in your body. And it all boils down to control, man. All right? And of course, we've got Israelites scattered amongst the Vietnamese too. Okay. But, they want everybody's information on the cloud. All right? Sirach 5 and 15, be not ignorant of any matter, small or great. All right? They want all the information, everybody's information on the cloud, so they can access your social security number or your national security number, medical records, your bank accounts, carbon footprint, etc. Okay. All right. I believe Vietnam is a communist country, if I remember correctly. It's just ask chat. This damn spell thing, man. Spell check. Yep, it's a communist country. Here's a clear breakdown. Official name, Socialist Republic of Vietnam. Ruling party, the Communist Party of Vietnam. It's the only legal political party. One-party Marxist-Leninist state. That's the political system. Ideology, communism with a strong influence of socialist principles in governance. Alright? So yeah, that's what they are. Okay. So most people are going to feed into this system when they can't access their bank accounts, man. And everything will be going digital. Okay? Okay, so we're not ignorant to Satan's devices whatsoever. So yeah, I'll leave this article in the description box beneath so you can look into it more. But with that, I'm going to say Shalom to the elect. Kal halal Yahweh Bashim Yahshai Bashim Rakakodash. Wa Mawathlababal.